The Las Vegas Raiders are roadbound for Week 6, and roadbound without the head coach they started the season with. So just keep that in mind as we go through this, because you can't stat that kind of thing. But the Raiders are off to Denver to face the Broncos, who are still looking for that win that will make their fan base believe it can punch a ticket to the dance. It just didn't happen last week.
Oh, coming down to this, Bridgewater, intercepted, and Pittsburgh is going to win it.
Teddy Bridgewater didn't have a horrible game against Pittsburgh, at least on paper. He threw a few TD passes, had a rating over 90.
Bridgewater, he's going to air this thing out. He's got him. Touchdown. Diving catch, Cortland Sutton.
But he was not able to convert on third down against the Steelers, just 2 for 12, and that's been a problem for them all year as they rank at the bottom when it comes to keeping drives alive.
Broncos 2 of 8 on third down. Pressure, gets it off. Well, that makes it a manageable fourth down.
The Broncos' O-line also surrendered a couple more sacks. That's 7 now over their last 2 games.
1st and 10 again. Bridgewater brought down.
Vegas's pass rush is decidedly better than last year. YANNICK NGAKOUE making a big difference for them.
Fields just got crushed. NGAKOUE gets to the quarterback once again.
Pressure often equals fewer passing yards, and it did for the Raiders against Justin Fields, held him to a measly 111 yards passing and held him under 6 yards per attempt.
Motion man Jakeem Grant in there on offense. Fields looked that way instead. We'll go to Williams.
And give credit where credit is due. They've been playing the pass well overall for 2021.
Gives the Bears a football at the 45. And Fields ready to deal. Into traffic, it's broken up.
Their run D, not quite as stout.
And Herbert with an excellent move to the perimeter.
But they did hold their own against Chicago at least.
Handed off for a gain of just a yard on the play.
So as you can tell, the Vegas defense wasn't really at fault last week, not as much as the offense anyway.
CARR off his back foot, floats it up. Intercepted!
Derek Carr was sacked 3 times, barely cracked 200 passing yards, had a sub-70 rating, under 6 yards per attempt, no TDs, 1 pick. He was more jalopy last week than the Lambo he looked like to start the year.
CARR, pocket collapses, slam down!
If Carr looks at Denver's pass D numbers for the year, they don't look bad.
It's picked! Justin Simmons! He's going to run this back inside the 30.
But they did build most of those numbers against teams that hadn't won a game. And last week against Big Ben, who had struggled this year, well, they made him look more like a young Roethlisberger.
Now Roethlisberger's going to air it out. And it's caught in stride. Deontay Johnson. A 50-yard touchdown strike.
Their pass rush disappeared. 1 sack and just 2 QB hits.
Time in the pocket and able to complete it.
And they weren't much better against the rush, allowing Najee Harris his first 100-yard rush game of his career.
Pittsburgh hasn't had a 100-yard rusher in 16 games, and that changes right there on cue.
Now they take on Josh Jacobs. Jacobs, though, wasn't able to muster much against the Bears.
A check to the zebra play, and it doesn't work. Josh Jacobs held for no gain.
Pivotal game for both squads. Can't get too far behind the division leader, which, is the LA team, not the KC one. Who comes out on top? You know the drill. Comment section, score predictions, the end of these videos, kind of the same thing.